Hey parents, welcome to the greatest video you've ever watched.
Maybe.
It's gonna be so good. This is our Parent Wave 2021 informational video. We're excited that your student is coming with us to the wilderness for the Wave. It's gonna be an amazing few days where we get to focus in on our relationship with the Lord, get to grow. We're gonna have some awesome morning sessions, night sessions, tournaments. It's gonna be great. Even though it's not at Myrtle Beach.
Right? It's
still,
okay. Yeah.
It's still going to be good. But we know that you have questions about schedule and leaders and safety and all sorts of things. And so we want to address those here. And then if there's anything that we don't talk about, you can reach out to us. So if you got a question that we don't address, please feel free to reach out. But Chase and I, we got this. We got you covered. Here we go. All right, so number one, we're gonna start with when we are leaving. So we're gonna leave, we're gonna meet at the church at 1 p.m. on May 30th. That's a Sunday. So after church service, you can go and grab some quick lunch, get back here with your student at 1 p.m. in the parking lot in front of the GSM building is where the buses are going to be. And we're gonna load up from there. And so we'll probably try to leave around 1:30, but you want to get there at 1 p.m. on Sunday, May 30th. And then we'll be back on June 2nd around 11:30 in the morning. And so that's kind of when we're leaving, where we're going. We got daily schedule while we're there, basically a night service every single night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, and a morning session on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're going when we're leaving, when we're getting there.
Yeah, and so here are some things that you're going to want to make sure that your student brings. All of these are online, but let me just give you a couple. Obviously, they're going to need a Bible and pen. They're going to need clothes for the water park. They're going to need clothes for tournaments and just to attend the service. So just some casual things. There will be open snack shops and shops to just buy things. So if you want to bring extra money or have them bring extra money, that would be good. Make sure, though, that you also have a medical form filled out for this year. Maybe we haven't done an event that your student has been a part of in 2021, so make sure you fill that out. It's good for the whole year. We'll have a notary there on Sunday.
It will save a lot of time if you can get your medical form notarized before you come. But if you can't, that's okay. Come Sunday with it, and we'll get it notarized.
Yeah, and if you need it notarized on Sunday, get here on the early end of 1 o'clock. Yeah. That way we can get you through the line. The only other thing is they require masks basically just on the move. So if you're in the water park, you don't need one. When we gather together, our team will be eating together. You don't need a mask while that's happening, but basically as they travel throughout the campus, unless they're at the water park, they'll need a mask. So make sure they bring a mask. Theirs is obviously going to be more comfortable than the mask we provide, but make sure that they bring a mask.
Yeah, that's good. And then I want to talk to you just real quickly about leaders and safety and something we're calling pods. So the first is leaders. So we are bringing a ton of adult leaders with us. In every room, students are going to have a leader in that room. And so if they're not directly in their room of 4, there will be an adjoining room next to them, and there will be a leader there, and that adjoining door will stay open the entire time we're there. So basically there will be leader supervision in each room, and we're bringing more leaders than we need to make sure that students are well chaperoned and well supervised throughout this event. And because those leaders, most of them are their typical group leaders throughout the year, so they're going to lead those grace groups that they have after each session. So that'll be important, just help disciple your student. So that's going on. We're also going to have, just at the resort, there's a safety and security team. We're going to have lights out every night. We're going to have people patrolling the halls, making sure that everybody's in their room at night, which will be really helpful. And then pods is something that we are going to be doing a little bit different. Just with COVID and everything, we know that we're moving away from that, and we're so excited to be moving away from that. Mm. But a pod basically is your student and those that they're rooming with. That's their pod. And so we're going to do things at camp that kind of keep students in their pods while they eat, maybe while they're sitting together in the service, so that the most interaction that they have with anybody really up close, they're kind of with their roommates anyway. And so hopefully that'll be helpful in terms of just keeping sickness down and that sort of thing. So it'd be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the leaders in every room, obviously, we want to have a blast on this trip, but we do care about safety, and part of having so many leaders is to keep behavior just where it needs to be. Yeah. We don't want anybody acting a fool. There's obviously a way to have fun and not be ridiculous, but just to let you know, like, we want to handle it ourselves if something comes up. But you need to know that if it gets out of hand and it gets to a place where it's uncontrollable, we reserve the right to send your kid home. So we don't want to do that. We've really never really had to do that. For the most part, our kids are awesome. Our leaders are good and they handle it. And that's a benefit of bringing leaders that they've had all year because they know the kids. Yeah. But just so you know, like, we won't put up with that. So you don't have to worry about your kid getting bullied or getting hurt or anything like that, because that's something that we take as a high priority.
Yeah. So just know that we hope that we don't have to call any parents and send any students home this year. But we know that's possible because sometimes behavior is a big deal. We don't want it to be a distraction from the students that really want to press in and grow in their faith and are there for the right reasons, to have somebody who's there for the wrong reasons kind of throw that for a loop. And so we do reserve that right with behavior. And then just so another thing we want to touch, a couple more things. We're having an early leave form that is for seniors who are graduating from Knox County schools. And maybe they've got like a Hardin Valley graduation Wednesday night and they've got to leave early because of that. If that's fine, we want them to come for as long as they can. But if your student has to leave early, you have to fill out an early leave form and sign it as a parent. So we will have those when we leave on the 30th. We just have to make sure that you have given them permission to leave. And we don't want students coming up to us on Tuesday and be like, hey, I'm leaving to go to somebody's graduation. This is only for those students who are graduating. And you have to fill out that form ahead of time so we know, hey, they're leaving early and here's how they're leaving. So that's very, very helpful. The other thing with seniors, I'm actually going to take all the seniors to Dollywood on Tuesday afternoon, which my team is mad at me about. But let's think about this. So we didn't get to go to Myrtle Beach last year. We didn't have any camp. And then this year we have camp. We're not at Myrtle Beach. And so this year's seniors, they haven't been able to go to camp at the beach since sophomore year. And so we just want to do something different for them. They've been through a lot. And so I'm going to take them to Dollywood. And so if your student has a Dollywood pass, send it. If not, we are covering their ticket, so you don't need to worry about that. But another emphasis on masks. They're going to need to have their mask to get in through the gates and stuff there as well. So make sure that you send them with a couple of masks.
Yeah, that's a good call. Our goal here was not to cover every single thing. We have a website. It's thewavecamp.org.
That's right.
So you can go there. All of our information's there. If there's any form, like we talked about the medical form, if you're wondering where that is, it's on the website. You can download it right there, print it off at your house, and fill that out. That way you can bring it. But all of the things, the what to bring list, there's a much larger list. We have a what not to bring list. It's common sense things. But anything that you need to find will be on the website. So you guys can do that.
Yeah, that's good. And don't lose sight. The reason why we're doing this is to equip students to build the kingdom. We're going so that they can have a distraction-free environment to focus on the relationship with Christ, to have great community with each other. We know that God does incredible things every year through this, where students get saved and students lay down sin and students get baptized. And we don't want this. This is not just for fun, right? This is a lot of work. And we do it because it is fun, but also primarily because this is how we've seen God move and work in discipling students in some powerful ways. And so we're praying for your student every day from now until when we leave. We will be praying for your student that God would encounter them there, they would hear the gospel, and whether that's for the first time and respond in salvation, or for the millionth time and respond with more joy in putting sin to death, whatever it is, we want to see that. We're excited for what God's going to do. If you have any questions, you can email me at brian.thomas@gracepc.org or call our offices anytime. We love you.
We do.
And we'll see you later.